Hello everybody and welcome to Attack on Titan, the final season, episode 4 anime review. It's safe to say things are about to pick up. It's been kind of slow at the beginning. I've still enjoyed it. It's been enjoyably slow, like meeting these new characters and everything. But the end of this episode makes it abundantly clear that stuff is about to kick off, and I think yeah, it's safe to say that things are about to kick off. With the reveal of that guy. Can I say who it was? I'll save it. I'll leave it for a minute, just in case you've not seen it. But no, it was very enjoyable all around, really. It's just the build-up to, even though you kind of know the reveal at the end, it's not too difficult to figure out, really. It's still a bit like, damn, how did you get looking like that, you know? Like, what happened to you? Other interesting things throughout the episode as well, which we will get to. But for right now, let's get into the episode from the beginning, chronological order and all that, and do this thing. So the episode begins with Reiner questioning Falco where the heck he's going so late. Falco, it turns out, is delivering some letters for Mr. Kruger, who he was talking to last week. And Mr. Kruger, of course, is, I mean, if you haven't heard by now, I'm going to tell you, so, you know, warning, it's Eren Yeager. Mr. Kruger, of course, that's pretty nail in the coffin. Remember, Kruger was the guy who Grisha Yeager took the Attack Titan from in season, well, I mean, it was in the flashback last season, so, and Eren remembered that, so that's where he got the name from, obviously. So yeah, he's sending a letter for him to his family to tell him what he's doing, and he's doing fine. My guess is he's sneaking a letter out to the scouts to let them know he's inside, you know, he's infiltrated the place, and he can't let this letter be searched, because otherwise they'll know, oh, the scouts are off the island, you know, which they don't know yet. My guess is that's what it is, and we don't actually see the letter or, you know, any of that. The Tiber family came to see the military. The Tiber family, or Tiber family, I'm going to say Tiber because it looks more like Tiber than Tiber. They come to see the military guy. They're very rambunctious. The kids are making a lot of noise, and like it would annoy me. I was sitting there like, tell those kids to shut up. It's an important meeting. God damn it. The leader guy of the warriors, I forget his name. He's not actually a warrior. He's just the commander of the warriors. You know, he speaks to the head Tiber. Don't know which one's the Warhammer Titan. They're like, yeah, it's here, but we don't know which one it is. So, I mean, obviously manga readers know, but I mean, from me, anime only, just looking around the table, I'm like, I was trying to see, like, who's got a more, you know, who's drawn better or got a better design than the others. And I couldn't really tell, so I mean, they did a good job disguising that, I guess. There's a statue of Helos. He was a Malayan warrior who I guess the one that defeated the Eldians back in the day. Back in the day. Commander guy wants Malay conscription back so that the regular people will know what war is like, so I guess they'll be less gung-ho about going to war. Which is an interesting way of doing it. You could just not go to war, I guess, but who knows? Because they only see it from their newspapers, it's not like a real thing to them, so to speak, because they don't see it. But if they did see it, they'd probably be, you know, they wouldn't want it so much. So maybe the commander guy's not an awful dude in the first place. Tiber family, it turns out they are like the Illuminati. They run Marley behind the scenes and everything. And then the Tiber guy's like, at the festival, I'm going to reveal the truth and everything. It's like, will you not join hands with me? And I'm like, something's going to go bad here. Like, this festival, they keep mentioning it. Festivals typically is where things kick off. Like, I mean, if you look at the history of anime, festival is where things kick off. In, you know, any sense. In, like, fighting anime, in whatever else anime, like romance anime, stuff generally kicks off at a festival, and I don't think today is going to be any different. And then Piek is sleeping on the floor. Turns out no, she's not sleeping on the floor, she's just walking on all fours because she's the backpack titan, cart titan, whatever, the one with the backpack that walks on all fours, so I guess she's practicing. It's just, she's done it so much she's used to walking on all fours, which is a little bit creepy. Piek, you're a little odd, whatever. Reiner is going over this map of the Paradise Island with some general guy, and the general guy is like, I don't want to listen to you, Elder, and you're no help. And it's like, he's telling you all the information. Like, he was annoyed that he didn't have a plan. He was like, I'm not giving you a plan, I'm just showing you everything. It's not my job to come up with a plan. Poor Reiner, feel bad for him. Falco, the warriors are all like, man, what are we doing? And then they look at the candidates, I guess they're racing Falco actually beats Gabby in the race, and Gabby gets all annoyed about it. Like, everyone else is taking it like, yeah, it's just good fun. And then Gabby's like, asshole, it's too late to beat me. Why are you even trying? What are you doing, man? She's so annoyed. And it's like, bro, what are you doing? What? It's like, why are you so angry? And she's like, why are you even trying so hard? It's too late to beat me. And then Falco says it. He's like, I'm doing it for you. And then she, of course, doesn't understand it. She is the dense anime protagonist this time. It turns out, and all the guards and everyone are like, oh, he said it, and she didn't get it. It's kind of funny. I liked it. And then, of course, Falco runs off because he's a little bit embarrassed because he said that, and then she didn't get it, which, it's got to sting a little bit. Everyone else got it, though, so, looking at him a little bit with pity eyes, just a little bit. We'll have to see where that goes, though. My guess is one of them will die. That is my official prediction. At least one of them will die. Probably Gabby, and then not Reiner, and then Falco want to kill the people that killed her, which will be the scouts, is what I'm guessing. That's my sort of prediction, I guess, for how things are going to play out. The remaining candidates then get accosted by a drunk. By accosted, I mean like he's just being overly touchy-feely and friendly. And they also get loads of bread, and I like bread, so I mean I want to be them in this situation. Everybody, if you don't like bread, what's wrong with you? Bread can be used for so many things. I'm not going to go over everything bread can be used for, because it's bread. You know what bread's used for. They go check out the amphitheater. Glasses guy is probably, I forgot his name, he's the dude with the kid with glasses. He's like, this announcement is not going to fix all the problems. Like, everyone else is all optimistic. Yeah, they're like, yeah, this announcement's going to make everything great. And the glasses guy is like, yeah, I'm sure it will, all sarcastic, like, because of course it's not. He's like, listen, man, I'm from overseas. The foreigners, they hate the Eldians more than the Malayans do. And that's pretty bad, they could get, and the festival's going to be in their, settlement, I guess. So that's not great with all the people there. How many Eldians are going to get mysteriously vanish, I wonder? That's a good question. I think it was Gabby who was like, we've got to show them all that we're not devils, that we're just people. And, they're all like, Gabby, you're the worst of all of us. What's wrong with you? They spot the commander guy with the head Tiber again, and they're talking about it. And the Tiber guy's like, the responsibility fell on my shoulders to reveal this. It could have been anyone. I can see why no one else revealed it, but, I have to now. I've come this far. And then they said something about the house has already got rats, which I'm choosing to believe is a metaphor for, hey, we've already been infiltrated. And, of course, that would be Eren. Because then it cuts to Eren, and we see what he's up to. Eren Kruger, it's Eren Yeager, thanks Falco for sending us letters and everything, and he tells him, when the festival's over, I'm going back to my hometown, which I'm choosing to believe means we're going to wreck the festival, and then we're going to kill everyone, and then we're going to go home. I could be wrong there, but that's just what I think that means. Then a doctor comes to sit with Kruger after Falco leaves. This doctor is called Mr. Yeager. Yeah. This is Eren's grandpa. This is Grisha Yeager's dad. We know this because he tells Eren, hey, Falco's uncle was an Eldian rebel. Stop screwing up this for Falco. If he gets caught, he's going to he's going to lose everything he worked for. The armband, honorary Malayan. That's the one. So please stop making him do your stuff. This guy, as I said, is Grisha's dad. We know because he talks about how his son took the daughter outside the walls and then she got killed. Remember, that's what happened. She got bit to death by dogs and thrown in the river or something. Which is less than good. I think that's fair to say. Then he starts screaming because he starts freaking out and everything. And he's like, oh, And I'm like, oh, are you a patient here or are you a doctor? Because you're dressed like a doctor, but you're acting like a patient. And some other doctors come and get you to take you away and everything, to make sure that you're alright. So maybe it's a bit of both. Maybe he's both a doctor and a patient. Just don't bring up his dead family, because they were talking about how family is important. He's like, do you regret what happened to your family? And then that sets him off. Because, of course, Eren is actually his grandson, which is kind of a weird, didn't expect that family reunion to happen in this season. I guess that's fair to say. And then at the end, Eren Yeager, has got a baseball. And that was a red flag for me. I was like, oh no. Doesn't Zeke play baseball? Is Eren bad? That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, oh no, am I being tricked here? Have I believing things wrong? There's another thing that makes me think maybe things are not quite as they seem a bit later, well, at the very end, which we'll get to when we get to it. We then go to the welcoming party for the festival, I suppose, with all the foreign leaders there that they, have beaten in war and are now probably going to enslave, we'll go with. That's what Malay does, right? But enough of that. The warrior candidates are like pro waiters, and by pro I mean better than any waiter in the history of the world. They still get crapped on for being Eldians, but at least they're good at their job. There's that. Glasses dude accidentally spills some wine on Lady, and she, though, before he freaks out, she hushes him and is just like, hey, shut up, alright? She covers for him, basically, because he'd probably be executed if people found out. So this is a nice lady, that's good to see at least. She covers for him, that's nice and everything. Tiber, he talks to some old friends. They're all very nice to him for some reason. My guess is because they don't know that he runs the country and is the one that's been going to war with all of them. But I'm willing to bet that things would go bad once they knew that. At this speech, this dude, I don't know who he is, he's like, today's enemy is yesterday's enemy, or whatever it was. So he says it wrong, and no one's very happy about it. Like, oh, you saying we're still enemies then? Kind of thing. When Tiber, though, takes over the speech, everyone's like, whoa, yeah, Tiber, the best, he's my man. But he's not your man, actually. He saves the speech, though, and says, hey, we're doing a theatre production tomorrow to reveal the solution to the Eldian problem. So my guess is it's going to be some over-the-top play that's going to reveal what's going to happen, and then probably Eren will go big and kill everyone. It's kind of what I think, because, all the world leaders are there, and then at the end of the last season, Eren was all like, if we kill them all, will we be free? So my guess is he's going to kill, because they're all in one place, he's going to kill them all, and then they will be free. That's the plan anyway. Maybe the other scouts will get involved because of the letters, but I'm not too sure. I definitely think Eren and friends are going to crash the festival. I think that's a for certain, I think, anyway. The next day, Gabby overslept and is awoken by festival sounds, and then she meets up with all the others and they explore all the stalls. Reiner pays for everything for some reason. He joins up with them. PX there, and the other one is there as well. Polko? What's his name? The new Jaw Titan, him. He's there as well, if I remember right. They're all just having a good fun time. They eat pizza, they eat like burgers, they probably eat hot dogs too. Festival food. Afterwards, Gabby is, she's bloated, she's eaten too much, so Reiner is just dragging her across the ground, and she says, it feels like something is about to change, and I'm just sitting there like, that's a dangerous statement. I agree with you, but that is a dangerous statement to make, Gabby. Something is about to change, but I'm not sure it's going to go great in your favour. But we weren't done. No, post-credit scene, if you haven't seen. Falco ran off at the theatre place because he saw someone he knew. That person, of course, we find out is Eren Kruger. He comes back, though, to get Reiner. He's like, Reiner, someone wants to meet you. Come with me. Then he takes him to Kruger. And Eren's like, hey, Reiner, it's been like 4 years. And I'm like, 4 years? Does that add up? Did he say 4 years, or have I misremembered that? Because if he said 4 years, I thought it was 9 years since they left the island. In which case, that would mean Eren's met up with them before. After they left the island. Which is a concern, because that leans me towards the Eren is not a good guy statement I made earlier. Which is worrying, I don't like having two separate things that make me question Eren's loyalty. That's a bit worrying. But yeah, he's like, Eren, it's you. Very surprising. So that's where we ended the episode. I do believe we don't have an episode next week. I think I remember reading that it's on break next week. So no episode because New Year's or whatever, which is it's a shame. I want to know what the hell's going to happen. My guess is everything's going to kick off. Everything's going to kick off. The scouts will be there. A load of world leaders will probably get assassinated somehow. I think things are going to go bad for everyone there. But who knows? Maybe there'll be a big old Titan fight. Eren will fight Armin? Not Armin. The other one, Reiner. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really excited to find out though. If we do have an episode next week and I've just read something wrong, let me know. But I'm pretty sure I read we don't have an episode next week. So if that's true, that's true. If it's not, it's not. I'll be watching and waiting. But for now though, what was my favourite part of this week's episode? Let's have a look. So of course my favourite part's the Eren reveal at the end, right? I mean, even though I kind of knew it was Eren, the way they did the reveal was really good. I liked how almost casual it was. It reminded me of the Armored and Colossal Titan reveal, just how, you know, just out of nowhere. It was like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm the Armored Titan. It was like, Aaron's just like, hey man, how's it been? And Ryan is like, what the hell? And Aaron's like, hey man, yeah, it's been a while. It's so casual. I liked it. I am questioning Aaron's loyalty, and I think that's a scary thought because he's the main boy, you know? Can't have him go bad, go to the side of darkness. Of course, as always, manga readers, don't spoil. If you're, don't comment, hey, this is what happens, because that's kind of crappy behavior. Don't do that. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens, because I'm bloody looking forward to it. They've done a good job of making me like the Eldians, I guess, the warrior squad. Mostly just Falco. Gabby's kind of a brat, but she's alright, I guess. And the other two are there. So I don't dislike them. They come across as normal people as opposed to the villainous overlords that we had, previously thought of them. Shows that the Marleyans and the Eldians have got their own problems that, what do we call the Paradisians? Is that what we're going to call them? The scouts and that? They, no one's really in the right or the wrong, are they? That's kind of what I'm getting from this. But we'll have to see what happens next. But for right now, thank you everybody for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, subscribe and stuff for more reviews. I will see you either next week or the week after, whenever the next Attack on Titan is. Subscribe and stuff also because at some point I have a video saying what I'm watching for next season, for January season. So stay on the lookout for that. Don't know when that's going to go up, but at some point it will. But for right now, I'll see you next time. So take care and bye, guys.